Hello FlossTube, my name is Tamara, and in today's video I wanted to show you a finished project, a little bit of progress, and the starts of new projects, of course. Okay, I will start with a Halloween project, the pumpkin mouse in the Frightmare Frightmare house. This is a Just Nan cube, and this one was finished on finished on the 31st of October in the evening, not late evening, and kind of Halloweeny mood was there. By the way, I'm not a great fan of Halloween, I would say, because first of all I don't have a lot of designs connected to Halloween, and I stitch Halloween mostly in October. Okay, it can be end of September, beginning of November, but generally speaking, October is the month when I stitch Halloween. Maybe because it's very, I don't know, thematic, very actual, because everywhere you see, like in the shops, everywhere, everything is connected to Halloween. That's why you want to stitch it too. So finish this one on the 31st, and with this finishing, I decided that I am not going to stitch anything Halloweeny this year. It's enough for me. I have finished 3 projects. I think it's enough. It's pretty enough for this year. That's why I just had a photo, published it on the stories of Instagram. Didn't have very good light on that evening, but I had a very good assistant. It was my son. He was like, "Okay, mommy, choose this one, do this one. This music is better." It was very funny. And next year probably other projects will do. So about this cube, this one is out of print, unfortunately. I wanted it. It was a great wish. It was a desire of mine to stitch this one. Unfortunately, I couldn't find at least the chart, because you know that if I can get my hands on a chart of Just Nan, I always, if I want to stitch a lot that the design, I always try to kit and stitch it from scratch, as I say, so by myself. But unfortunately, the chart of this one I couldn't find. I don't know why, but I couldn't find. And this was until the end of it was, I think, September, or yes, it was the end of August. Don't remember. At least a friend, a stitcher, she said, "I know that you are looking for that chart. I would like to stitch it too, but I know that you want to stitch it more than me." And she said, "Somebody shared the chart with me, and do you want it?" I said, "Of course I do." And the moment I got the chart, I started looking for materials for this one. So this one is stitched on the cold fabric by the key. So this is Peoria Purple with the works. There it was set the 32nd count. I used the 30th count. And the mouse, which comes here, the pumpkin mouse, this one is on pumpkin fabric, also by with the works. This one is 32 because this one I had in my stash. This one. The threads which were used here are DMC, so the key doesn't ask for specialty threads. It's just DMC, so the threads are also according to the key. Also, I needed 2 charms, a bat charm, one you can see here, and in the beginning I had such a bat charm. It's an usual charm bought from eBay, which I colored in black. Then when I announced the project, I said that actually the bat charm should be like this. This is also used in Just Nan's designs. But a stitcher who had the chart and the original embellishment pack, she made a photo and sent me the photo and said, "Look, you are not right. Actually, the bat has to be this one. This one is a bat by Terracast and it's black, you see." They said, "Okay," looked for it, found it, this one. So this one is according to the key. And I also needed here a charm, a spider charm. Couldn't find a little one, a tiny spider. I couldn't find the tiny one. I found a big one, and I colored it in black so that it was also silver, but I colored it in black so that it wouldn't be so evident that it's big. So if it wouldn't be so, till the end it's Halloween, everything is scary. But meanwhile, when I was stitching this one, I found tiny charms of tiny spiders, and I attached a tiny spider. And for the mouse, I already added some things which I didn't have. So I would say that except this one, more or less, it's according to the key. So here at the entrance door, be careful when you are attaching this bed, because it said this is the thing you see of the charm, where I attached one with one of the colors which was here in the cross stitches, and here it was said to use also a thread from here. I didn't, because I saw this design being stitched and finished on Pinterest, I think. And that thread is very, very visible. That's why I attached this wing, because you have to attach it, because of the fact that when you finish it, this one is it's a curve, you see. This one it's not how do I say, does not get like on the fabric, which is very important. But if you attach it with fabric, with thread, this one goes like perfectly here, like over the door. I used the wildlife thread, the invisible one, you see, and you cannot see it here. I think it was the best decision here. So this is the entrance door, which I think I showed you in the previous video, because it was already stitched. By the way, with the beads, also in that finished stitched work, I saw that the beads actually are not the large beads. Large meaning like I used the 02033. I had here some and I just took them away. I replaced them with the same color of beads. Yes, it's the same color, but this is petite. This is 42033, you see? So they are the small ones, and the small ones look darker. But I think it's even better because they are not so bright, so evident here. Anyway, about the beads in such designs, I think it doesn't matter so much what you are choosing, because till the end, it's not a work where the beads play a very important role. I would say they are just fulfilling. So it's the door, and there are 3 windows. The 3 windows, it's such a window. By the way, the face of these 3 pumpkins, it's different backstitch, because I already had them stitched and I was making the backstitch. I backstitched the first one, backstitched the second one, the same as the first one. I'm looking at the third one, and I see that it has a different face. So what the look back at the second one, also had a difference. So I ripped the backstitch, and ripping the backstitch in such cases, it's not a pleasant thing to do. But nevertheless, I just ripped the backstitch here on this one, took it out, and like made it nicely. This one is a snake, by the way. It was stitched quickly, I would say, because this one, it's much quicker. It doesn't have so many cross stitches, it doesn't have so many third stitches, it doesn't have so much combination with how do I say, first of all, less threads are used. They are not changed so often. That's why this one is an easy and quick stitch. And then another, so 2 of the windows, they have like they are green here, and the one is orange, like the door, you see, something like this. Then this one where the spider is, so this one is afraid of the spider. Ghosts, mice with red eyes, spiders again, nice one. And again, pumpkins, white pumpkins, also each of them has a different face expression. Then this one with a toad, finally, don't remember, it has a name there. 2 pumpkins. This one's also have different. The spider, famous just none spider. So here it's the same spider. Where else? Just a second. Oh, look. Here it's the same spider. You see? Is it present? No. Here there are no spiders. So this one, this one I have the cardboard. This one is easy to stitch, very easy, very quick. And this one. And that's it. I like very much how this one turned, like the combination of the bright linen and the bright colors. I mean, this green, the white, the black, the orange. I think it's fabulous. It's fabulous, this one. And the mouse, the pumpkin mouse. So the ghost. I attached the eyes of the ghost. I attached the ghost sequin here by using two black petite beads, you see, and it's attached here. Originally the tail, it should have been like the thread she's using, the one you are making. Like I had a hook, and for the bottom, yes, I was telling that I don't know what to do with the bottom. I have a bottom. This is how it looks like. See, beautiful one. So what the solution did I find for bottom? Because when I was stitching this one, I still was looking and found such a thing as connectors. They are called connectors. The diameter has to be 2 centimeters, okay, more or less, because I measured one of the brass buttons, which is of one of my ready stitched mice, and it's 2 centimeters. And I was looking. The thing is that with these connectors, many of them, they come as a kit. You see, there are like different sizes and like forms, and they come as a kit. And the kit, because I bought them from AliExpress, I think, the kit is pretty expensive. It's more than 10 pounds. And I thought, why buying if I have the sizes which I don't need, first of all? And what if they are not going to fit? It's not going to look okay. Until I found these ones, because these ones were £1 and a bit, 10 of them. And I thought, okay, this one will go. If they are not going to fit, they are not going to be okay. At least I won't regret that I paid money, like 10 pounds. Still, you can buy something for 10 pounds. I mean, like something else, piece of fabric, let's say. And I was aware that I have to remove these things. I removed these things. I polished here, so it's perfectly smooth, because this one is going to be used for another one already. And I used it. And I am happy of how it turned. It's beautiful, it's nice. It's not as heavy as the original one, and it's not as thick as the original one. But taking into account that this mice was filled with poly pellets, yes, I do used to put poly pellets in such things. You see, I have. And this one is heavy. You see, because it has. See, it doesn't go on the sides. It's not light. It's heavy and it stands. And I already attached this one, and I checked and I saw that it's okay. By the way, I attach these bottoms not with the thread which she recommends, because she recommended a orange thread. I'm using the YLI invisible thread. Yes, it's a little bit more fast, but still this one, you see, it's almost invisible, that it has a thread there, and it looks, I think it looks nicer. It looks nicer. And the whiskers, they are black usual thread. So in such a way I have such a nice couple, such a nice couple. And in such a way I have the third cube of this Halloween cube of this form, which I wanted very much, because I already showed that I have 2 of them. This one is the reprint and it's stitched according to the key. I mean, like the fabric, everything. And this one was the one which was taken out of print for a long time. And this one is stitched like from scratch on a large count of fabric. This is 27th even width. You see, I love both of them. And I wanted one which would be like smaller than this one, but bigger than this one. Taking into account that this one is 32 count and this one is 30th. 30th count is larger than the 32. When I already was like stitching it, putting it together, of course I realized that this one is going to be smaller. And my theory that I always used to say that the fabrics from Wigs That Works, their count comes smaller than the Zweigart. I'm not disappointed, because anyway I have the scale I wanted to have. So I have like this one is the largest, this one is the next one, and this one would be the smaller one. See, I still have my dream of having 3 of them, different sizes, and a purple one, also Halloweeny one, having it here. So this would be the one. And as I said, this one was ended on the 31st of October, and with this one I'm going to finish stitching Halloween project finished this year. So besides the house and the pumpkin mouse, I have such a house from Mill Hill, which is also a newly released design, which is also finished. And I have the newly released design from Just Nan, I mean the Alvira's house of the house and Alvira herself. I think it's enough for a season of Halloween. It's enough finished designs. And speaking about works in progress, not so many and not so much, because all my energy was spent to stitch this one, as I wanted to finish it and like have it already done by Halloween. So this one is finished, but nevertheless I had time to start the charming house of Lindy Mouse. Yes, I said in my last video that I'm going to try to stitch this one as well from scratch, but I'm going to try to stitch it like seasonally, so not spend so much time as I spent for this house when stitching and finishing it. So the autumn part was the one which I was like targeting to stitch, and this one is ready. This is how it looks like. So yes, it has the elements of Halloween, but nevertheless this one is considered to be the autumn side of the house. This one is stitched quicker because it doesn't have so many elements. So loved this one. It has two pumpkins with their vines, and it's a window pane, I think. Two pumpkins with witch hats. Adorable, adorable. And the white pumpkin hanging here, the web, the spider, and here it's a squirrel. I don't know if you noticed like it's a squirrel, the autumn tree, and the bird, the black bird, which is made in petites. Yes, it says that every season will have a bird, and every bird, like all 4 birds of this design, they are going to be stitched in petites. So that's why how I know this one. And it doesn't have beads, but I'm going to attach the beads in the end. I decided. And you know, when I was stitching, this one comes square. I was like a bit surprised by this one, but this one comes square. You see, this one the wall comes longer. You see that this one comes square. And I made a mistake here because it's 37 on 37 stitches. And I had this base of 2 stitches already made. I like stitched the everything what was here. I didn't have the web yet. And when like stitching this one and making the back stitch, I noticed that I have more space here. So what I have done? Apparently when I stitched this ones, I made 37 again, so it was 39. I had to rip the here. It wasn't a lot, so seeing that I made this mistake, I decided, what if I'm going to stitch everything which comes here, I mean the parameters, so that I wouldn't make that mistake like for the future walls, because you know, stitching this one seasonally, you forget, because when you are doing the design and you are stitching it like frequently, it's less likely that you forget such details. But when you stitch it like seasonally, you can forget these details. That's why I decided that I would do the outline, and I made the all 4 walls. This is the attic and this is the bottom. You see, great work, I would say. Even the back stitch, which is going to be used as connecting thing, is done here. Okay, according to my plans was to finish this one as well. I mean the attic. It's not finished because I stitched something else. It's not bad because when I'll start winter is going to be here. The walls and the back stitch is already done, which also takes time when stitching. That's why, like for winter, I'm going to do the winter part. I'm going to do this one, finish this one, and do something else. As I said, that I'm going to divide the work in such a way so that I would finish it like stitching in every season, the season and something else. Okay, one more thing. Speaking about because I haven't finished getting all the elements I need for this design. I said that I have time. I have the key which is going to be used for the mouse. This is a TerraCast key and charm, I mean. And it's exactly as the one which is used in the original one. And the bell which I need, I found one, but still it's too big. I need to take into account that the design is so small. I still need to find something even tinier. So I'm looking for a tinier bell. Yeah. And that's it. That's it about the progress of this design. We are going to meet soon because winter, December at least, is almost here. So soon I'm going to stitch the other part of the design, and you're going to see my progress on this project. And as I said, no more Halloween stitching for this year, but nevertheless I will still have some autumn projects to stitch. One of them is going to be such an owl winder pocket, because as I said, I already started the other two. I have the butterfly pocket, I have the turtle. I still cannot find my turtle. Where is it? The turtle pocket, and I intend to stitch the 4 of them. I have the one which comes with a slide, with the nutcracker slide, solder slide, but that one is not from this range. That one is different, I would say. This one is the only one I have as a whole. I have everything for it because this is how I purchased this one. So this is the chart. The DMC threads didn't bring here because it's DMC threads. The fabric which has to be used here is a 28th Zweigart raw opal cashel linen. I have 28th cashel, but it's not opal, as opal should have been used for these ones as well. But I didn't. I decided that I don't want to, and I didn't. I'm not going to use opal. This one was here, being sold here with this one, and I'm going to use it and stitch on it. And the embellishment pack here, it's thread, silk thread, hand dyed. How it's called? Felt, which has to be used inside. I won't use it, as I didn't use here. It didn't use here. And what else? And the cardboard which is put here, you see, because they have this form, because there is a cardboard inside and you're stitching like using the cardboard. And that's it. And what is the most important thing is that I have the vintage winder. I have this one here. So yeah, I have everything for it. I remember this one's never. There are some stitches, quite some stitches, but it was easy to stitch them. It wasn't so like painfully long. So I hope this one is going to be a quick stitch as well. Of course, I'm going to show you how this one is turning on. And my next project is going to be a mouse, a Jasna mouse, which is connected with this owl. Yes, the ones which are stitching Jasna probably understood what I'm speaking about. The thing is that in 2011, Jasna released a set of trinket boxes with stitched surprises connected to them. Kind of, I think 2 or 3 years ago, this boxes, trinket boxes, and the Jasna embellishments and the sets, they were still sold on eBay for crazy money. The thing is that 3 or 4 years in that period approximately, I managed to buy from eBay, our eBay, just the ladybug. For, as now I understand, it was the real cost of it, how much it cost. And a couple of years ago, I even finished it. So it has the pin cushion, it has the needle thing. So everything according to the key, it was done for this one. And I said that I would stay still, and of course I won't even try to buy the ones which cost a lot of money, because first of all they were rare and they were expensive. But I think it was last year in the Facebook Jasna group, I saw a stitcher who said that she found on Amazon, on US Amazon, bird, a trinket box bird, which was looking like mostly like the bird, Noella bird, which is from this series. I was so thrilled about the thing that I started looking for it too. I found it cheaper on AliExpress, because this one is purchased from AliExpress. There are different colors. I chose this one because this one was mostly likely or seemed like a Noella bird, and I purchased it. So this one was purchased last winter, you see, a lot of time. It has like almost a year. And started looking for the others. I mean, for Minerva, the owl. I found this one also on AliExpress. I didn't buy it. It was on my wish list for a long time until this autumn, because this one was purchased this autumn. Yes. And wasn't buying this one because I kind of was disappointed because I couldn't find a bee, Barnaby. Also a trinket box, Barnaby the bee. I couldn't find this one at all because, first of all, you can find a lot of this trinket box on AliExpress, but not a bee. I don't know why. I was so until like last week, I think, when I still found this one on our eBay, by the way. Not cheap. Again, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. They are more than all of them were more than 10 pounds for sure. I don't remember if it was more than 20, but more than 10 for sure. And I have the charts. For the rest of them, I have a chart of how I have to stitch them. And when I found this one, I said, I just like ordered this one, and I said, I have all of them. They are not the originals except this one, but more or less they are the same. They bear the same idea. And for Minerva, and I decided that I'm going to stitch them seasonally. So it's autumn, so it's time to stitch Minerva's mouse, because this is how it's called, the project, Minerva's mouse. For Minerva's mouse, I need the linen, 32nd count. I need the Belfast stone gray. I think it should be darker. I have a piece of, because I have a packet with small pieces like this of leftovers, which I'm keeping for these things. I mean, like maybe mice, maybe some pin cushions, the back of the pin cushions, you know. And I have, it's platinum. This one is platinum, and I think it's going to be okay. The threads I need is just DMC threads. And speaking about the bottom and the where is it? I had it somewhere. The tail should be, you know, like, I don't have it in colored. You see, this is how it looks. The tail is this piece of cord which you make the form, because the idea is that all of them should fit inside the trinket box. You see, everything is inside the trinket box. You stitch the mouse, you put the mouse in the trinket box. So such a mouse is fitting, kind of. Yeah, perfectly it fits, if it doesn't have a tail. You see, the mouse has to fit in the trinket box. Noella has a berry, which is stitched mostly. It's stitched with the same idea with the mouse, but you are like making the so it's stitched like this, but this side you make it as a like the strawberry, you see. And you need piece of ribbon, and I've put it like around her neck, but when you want to hide it, you hide it here. This is the thing. And for Barnaby it's kind of mini roll, and for Barnaby it's important that the roll should fit here. So for him, I'm going to be careful that the roll would fit here. Yeah, so this is the idea. So I don't know what to do with the with the this thing, because if I'm going to use this kind of tail, it won't fit inside here. For the bottom, I have the connector. I even ordered I have the in gold, a different one, but it's in gold. Maybe I'll use this one for the bottom. And take into account that the original one comes in silver, I mean the tail, but taking into account that I have so much gold on her, I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to use her tail in gold. So I'll see, I'll decide. It's a mouse, it's not such a big deal. I'll see how I'm going to choose the other materials and how I'm going to stitch it. But it's a fact that I'm going to start stitching this series, because when December comes, I'll make Noella's Christmas berry. Yes, and in spring I intend to make the roll for Barnaby, and I'll have this 4 beautiful things together. Yes, I know they are not the original, as I said, but yeah, I wanted very much to have this one. So if you'll watch my videos, you'll see how these ones are turning when they are going to be finished. And finally, I'm ready to start this project. This is Tea Time Golden Butterfly. This is how it looks like. This one is included in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, the one of them, from which I took the Sandy Wharton heirloom sampler, Le Jardin sampler. And I said a couple of times when showing that project that from this magazine, for sure, I want to stitch this design. Not a lot of materials are needed. I don't know why it took me so much time to finally get myself ready, but now I'm ready and I want to start. So for this one, I need a piece of 28 count tartan green jobelin. I'm not sure if that one exists. I didn't even look for it, but I have such casual. I have a new one. This one is a leftover. I hope it's going to be enough. If not, I'm going to take from this one. So this is Casual Zweigart. This one was re-printed, re-released a couple of years ago, and it's petrol green, if I'm not wrong, if you speak about the color, but the code is 5153, if you're curious. It's a very beautiful color, by the way, for certain designs. So I have a piece of this. I'm going to try to stitch on this. It's more in greenish. You see, it's tartan green and it goes in green, because there is a petrol blue, I think, shade of this petrol. I need just one color of red. This, if it's DMC, this should be 500. If it's anchor, it should be 879. I have in DMC. I think it's dark green. I think it should be okay. This one goes as a base of the butterfly. Then I need free Kranix No 002J. I need a Kranix cord, which I don't have because didn't find. I suppose that one was taken out of production. I'm not sure. But the other two I have. There is a Kranix Japan thread number 5. This is number 5, and I have it. And there is a Kranix ribbon 1/16, and I have this one. For the Kranix cord, which I don't have, I looked into my stash and I have other 002Js, and I have like number 7, number 12. I have others, and I have number 4, number 8. I think I have everything what is connected about 002J. And while stitching it, I'm going to realize which one is going to be okay. I'm sure I'm going to find something. It's impossible not to find something in so many J's and so many, how to say, thick and thin J's. Okay, and the last one, I need a Mill Hill pebble glass beads. This is 05557, and this were the last ones to get. I don't know why. A couple of times when I wanted to purchase them from 123 Stitch, they were out of stock, and finally they went. I don't need a lot. According to the 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 6 I need out of this one. I'm not sure. The design is not big. It shouldn't take a lot of time. I don't know how complicated this one is, but I'll do it and I'll see how complicated this one is. And the finishing here is made in a mahogany jar with 4 inches opening in lead by Framecraft. And what do you think? Yes, I have this one in my stash. It's a Framecraft, it's a mahogany. But a while ago, I finished here the this Just Nan design. Even if this one doesn't come, you see, like totally here. And I told myself that after finishing stitching this one, if it's going to be okay and if it's going to fit here, I'm going to put this one here, and I'm going to move these ones somewhere else. I'm going to find a new house for them. So if everything goes okay, I'm going to finish it in such a jar, because it's pity I have the jar, the original Framecraft jar. So yes, I hope I'm going to be fast, to be how they say, okay, and this project is going to be a nice one. And that's everything I wanted to show you in today's video. I hope it was interesting for you. I hope you liked it, and see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye.